Okay, this is ridiculous. That took a lot longer to get started than I thought it would. And it's almost time to finish. But let's do what we can. Oh, I hate this part. It's taking longer than it should. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so we need to get to the moon and to the anomalizer. This is probably only going to be about half an hour tonight. I'm pretty much ready to go, so we could go a little bit longer than that. We don't have anything running in the background. Alright. So that's good. Why isn't this working? That's working. It seems like that's bouncing a lot. Hello, Karam. Alright, so what we need to do, just taking another look around real quick. Got our squad. Monolith, green monolith at that. Probably gotta let, ooh. Looks like we're about to have an eclipse. Oh, there's the eclipse. And full. Alright. Gingagita! I wasn't even sure you were online because I didn't see you on Discord. Oh, I got the starting soon up. Ha ha ha! I beat you to it this time. Let me add something right here. Probably too big, but I don't care. I do what I want. Kind of hoping that if we get the sun in the right position, we can get a better screenshot. Yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit better than the one I had previously. So maybe I'll put that on a previous video. See, that's not going to be very well lit, but anyway. Alright, we need to find our destination, which is going to be the fueling thing. Should be right here. There we go. Set as target, and so we need to go almost due east, a little bit north. Right on the edge of a crater. But I figured out with the this refueling truck, or fuel farm, whatever you want to call it, that if you get at the edge of something, it's a lot easier to get it back up off the ground. Speaking of back up off the ground, let's see, we have 1600 meters per second delta V. Hopefully that will be enough. It's more than half of what it took us to get here, but we don't have quite as far to go back now. So let's stabilize. Oh, we're in warp. I forgot we were in warp. Alright, Mr. Warp. Here we go. Oh my goodness, have you seen the Will Wheaton telling the story of when he met William Shatner? It's pretty good. It makes me appreciate Will Wheaton and Gene Roddenberry more. Not that they needed a lot of help. North of east. Whoa, that's probably a little too flat. Maybe. I have not been really good with my schedule, so I've missed a lot of days, especially right after the puppies were born. I think I missed like 10 days in a row or something. Oh, they're still pretty annoying. Hopefully none of them will come in here. I left the door open. But they are entering that getting into everything phase. Who wants a puppy? You get a puppy! You get a puppy! Whew. We've got another, on Sunday it'll be 2 weeks before I should start giving them away. There's a couple of them I could probably sell. They're so pretty. One's got the nice blue eyes, and the other one's got the gray fur with the big spots. Let's make sure I'm not going to crash into something here. Alright, we're pretty good. Apoapsis is about as high as we want it. Wait, I'm doing the wrong thing. 400 meters per second of delta V. Go a little bit farther south. Course corrections will definitely eat up your fuel in this. Farther south. That'll do it. And yeah, I think this will be oh, the planetoid's gonna rotate. I should have gone just a little bit farther north. What was I thinking? I know what I was thinking. Anything else? Yeah, see, it's already dipping south. Oh, that's probably too far. We'll fix it when we get there. We'll fix it in post. You love Shatner? I don't. He's like my least favorite part of the original series. I mean, he works. It works with him. Ooh, I don't know what xenophobic means. Is Sino dog? I thought Sino would be something else. Anyway. Yeah, the slow thrust. It takes more planning. Look under your seat. You get a puppy. Through the magic of the internets. Hey, Mortal. Mortal's joining us on, what is that? That's Mixer. That's like the white and blue X. Oh, man. Well, I started with actually, the first thing that I did, other than watching my kids blow stuff up, or no, they were watching videos of people blow stuff up, was the tutorial missions. No, that's the second thing. The first thing I did was I looked up a GIF, or I was just looking up stuff about Kerbal, and I found a GIF that explained orbital rendezvous, and just it seemed, that's so hard, I've got to try that. So yeah, don't play this game because you think it's going to be easy, because there are some tough spots. I had a good coach in Hanyu Hime, who's with us on YouTube, who taught me a lot, and King Akira, who's done quite a few Kerbal streams. You've done Kerbal streams, haven't you? Yeah. Because like your that refueling catapult that you came up with, so to basically shoot stuff from Minmus back to Kerbin, I'm still impressed by that. I haven't quite, I don't think I could reproduce it at this point. I still need to go a little bit farther south. It's too far. Well, I think now we're pretty much directly east of it. We're actually a little bit north of it. Alright, how far is it? 46 kilometers. Let's go ahead and get into retro. Yeah, and it's a bit of a balancing act. And landings are pretty tough. Looks like we're not quite lined up. Well, there's anti-target and there's retrograde, so we're pretty well lined up. Does this mean we need to go this way more? Oopsie! Like, unlike George Costanza, I'm not really good at going backwards in my car. That's lined up right there. Okay. Well, close. Oh, yes, Kinekira. Yeah, hopefully I won't miss the next stream. Let's see, how far are we? People who do this in all cockpit view, those people are crazy. Let's switch that back to surface. Seems like we're going pretty fast. Let's go ahead and start slowing down. Looking pretty good. This white line right here is just a communicator. If you look back through my streams, actually, your best bet for learning, hey, it's 9 o'clock, for learning are the Paul Manley tutorials. Paul Manley? Not Paul Manley. Scott Manley. I think a lot of people would concur. A lot of his stuff is kind of out of date, but mostly relevant. And if you're interested in the math and science parts of it, then, or engineering, then that can be helpful as well. What's my velocity? Alright, I need to, yeah, there we go. Because if we slow down too much, we'll never get down. I think we'll do the rest in ship view. Got our suicide burn indicator here. If that hits 0, then I've messed up. We have lots of delta V, lots of thrust, basically fuel left in the vehicle, so I didn't take the landing gear up. What a rookie. I feel like I need a better graphics card at this point. I probably need to take that one out and dust it. It's over a year old, so I should probably do that. Looks like we're going to come in a little too far south, but I'm okay with that. I don't like my speed. Let's go ahead and slow down a little bit. Get it down to about 50 meters per second. Oops, wrong way. And let's get a little bit closer to our destination. At the retrograde here, once that gets close to my anti-target, then that should be good. And we're just about 50 meters per second. All right, let's cut engine. Uh-oh, I may have gone too far. Looks like I also need to go this way a bit. Oh, 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 oh. I got it down to 0. I may have actually started going up again. I didn't watch this needle. Alright, so let's give it some thrust, but not too much. See if we can close in here. We've got 500 meters of altitude. A little bit more. Oh! Am I going up? No, I'm not going up, but... going up. Almost. Yeah, I was just about going up there. I'm so used to min-miss that Mun gravity seems like a lot. And we can drive the fuel farm over here, so that's not a problem. Radial out, radial out, radial out. And full burn. Save my bacon. I wasn't paying attention again. See, I'm screwing this all up. I lost track of which way is up, or, you know, cockpit orientation, basically. Okay, now let's try not to crash into it. Are we going down yet? And looking at this needle up here, now we're going down. Hey, I thought I clicked retrograde. I guess I did not. We're at 12 meters per second. We're 100 meters from the ground. We're going to land at this point, and we'll drive the fuel farm over to us. And there was a time when I couldn't do this. Even that was a little bit rough. Oh, come on. I didn't realize how tilted the ground is. That's another problem. Keeping track of the LTD. Welcome back. Keeping track of or figuring out what you're landing on. Alright, I'm going to use the bracket key to switch. Alright, it looks like we're not mining. I hope our ore tank is empty and our fuel tank... not great. Alright, so let's weigh to anchor. This, as always, is a Marcus House design, or originally a Marcus House design, slightly modified, improved, if I may say so myself. Oh, but it's so sluggish. And apparently, when I stepped away from it, I didn't set it to drill. So now this ore tank back here is empty, and the convertitron that's tucked away inside doesn't have anything to convert. Poor convertitron. So therefore, the fuel has not been replenished. I'm not sure why this isn't turning while I'm going forward. Brakes are, let's double check the brakes. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't want to turn and drive at the same time. I'm not sure what that's about. Let's see. Disabled. These are driving forwards. And it doesn't show which way the wheels are turning. Alright. Well, we kind of need to... Well, once we get over here, I'll switch back to the other vehicle and rotate it, because these side tanks need to be closest to, wow, 4 meters per second. It's going faster than I'd like. Hit the brakes. Is it going to stop in time? Yeah, it will. Let's switch over to here. I hope. Give it a little bit of thrust and see if I can get. Oops, that's the wrong thing. And get it to twist a little bit. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. RCS off. Make sure the throttle's all the way down. Switch back to the fuel farm. Take the brakes off. And this is a lot easier when the camera's up front. Get in there. Nom, 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 nom. That's too fast. That's too fast. But it'll work. Ta-da! Well, thank you for saying that. I feel like I don't live stream enough. And I give my self-excuses for not live streaming. Let's go ahead and get everything out here. We can start drilling. Then we'll have to warp in order to get the tanks to fill up. Alright, is everything? Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Alright, let's go. And 2, let's kick up some dust. There we go. Now the drills tend to operate faster than the convertitron, and yet this is staying at 0. Let's go into a little bit of a warp. There we go, it's starting to go up. Is this going up? Yeah, a little bit. So, okay, so the drills are not really, or, oh, I guess I hit snooze. I probably should hit snooze again. Got 20 minutes. Alright, so more. Let's see if these are going up. These probably won't go up. Oh, they are going up. I was going to say they probably won't go up until this tank fills up, but it looks like it's filling everything pretty much equally. Alright, so these are the ones we care about the most, right? So let's warp a little faster. Where's the sun? As the sun makes its way across the sky. Firing like Carl Sagan. Oh, that's full. Is that full? I don't know if you can hear the puppies tussling in the background. Let's turn the gain up here. Now they're quiet. There's a whine. The whine up, the pitch. Stupid puppies. Ugh. Okay, it looks like we're ready for departure. So that went pretty well. Let's go ahead, let's see what the ore tank looks like. That's full too. Alright, we'll stop drilling. Pull everything in. Hopefully everything. Sometimes not everything likes to come in and it makes me angry. And release me. And I think we're in the wrong vehicle. There we go. Set and unset the brakes. Back up a little bit. Just so we don't have any unfortunate rubbing on liftoff. You know, those paint transfers, so hard to get out. Especially when they go. Alright, I got the brakes on. Alright, we're slowing down. Put everything back out again. We're full already, so we don't need to be drilling at this point. The ore tank's full. Yeah, so this is kind of pointless, but we'll do it anyway. You know, just for grins. And switch back over here. And let's find an anomaly. See if we can rendezvous with it. Oh, I think this is the one I was just at. And I forgot to unmark it. Or I forgot to leave a flag. Uh-oh. I didn't flag it? What a nerd. Alright, well, I'll probably do that off camera at some point. Guzardo's... No, I don't know. I'm more confident there's actually something here, so we'll go to this one. So that's mostly north, which means a little bit not north. Break on, break off, gear up, blah, blah, blah. We're already on SAS. I'm going to set that to up, or radial out if you prefer. I have played Minecraft. I don't play it currently. I don't have it on this computer. Mostly Mara plays it. I think Wolfgang and maybe even a little bit Rose. Oh, and Sebastian, my 3-year-old. They all play it. But Mara mostly. And she has suggested that I get Minecraft so that on this computer so that we can play together, which I like the idea of that. But I'm a cheapskate at best, or at worst, somewhere in there. Alright, is this full throttle? Whew, these low thrust designs, I tell you. I was going for fuel efficiency, and I kind of got it. I could have gone with nerve rockets, but they're so heavy that almost defeats the purpose. So prograde is above the horizon, so that's good. Yeah, that would be fun. Well, and I've played a little bit of Unturned. I'll probably be playing that some more, maybe even streaming it some. But what would be really nice is if we could do like a non-PvP multiplayer server. I don't know that there are any, and I'm not going to host one. Wow, that is a very short trajectory. And we're going too north. We need to go a little bit more, whatever that is, east. My camera's backwards. So, come over to about here maybe. Hopefully that's enough correction. Probably not, because we already have some prograde in some direction, and so we have to overcorrect to get it on track. Although, now that I look at it, this nav marker seems to line up with the prograde marker pretty well. So I guess I'm good. We're close. Looks like I actually went too far. Oh, once again, I forgot that the planetoid is rotating. So that's going to give us a little bit of a moving target. And then I think I saw King Akira playing The Forest earlier today. I need to look into getting that. Probably not in the budget. Pretty much anything under $2 or free is about where the budget is. I feel like that might take me too far. Let's go here. And then hopefully we won't have to do much of a correction when we get there. I'm a little bit worried about that. I don't know if you noticed this, but Virulent Gaming plays that as well. Although, I haven't seen you play, but he and his friends can be a little spazzy. He's got one friend that's just, it's like, I don't think he's trolling on purpose, but he makes a lot of what seem to be semi-obvious mistakes. I don't know. I don't think the planetoid is going to turn that quickly. But we're still pretty good on fuel, so I think we'll have enough for a course correction, and that's probably enough to get us there so we can slow down safely, and that's probably too much actually. But again, with the low thrust, you've got to plan accordingly and plan ahead and put it on your calendar when you're going to do your retro burn. Plus, once we get over there, we don't know what we're looking for. It could be a monolith, or it could be a march. Could be something else, but I think that's all that we have left for undiscovered monoliths. We found the green one. I'd forgotten about the Neil Armstrong Memorial, but we found that. We found 2 arches. I can't remember if we found 2 monoliths plus the green monolith, or if we just found 1 black and 1 green, or 1 gray, 1 green. Oh, sure. I already got your chinchilla somewhere. Oh, I can't remember what I sent you, but you might like the Thunderbird 8G, I think it is. It's kind of cool. Well, it's great for Minmus. I'm not sure how well it would work on the Mun, but you can actually land on the planet, tip it over with the reaction wheels and the RCS thrusters, and it has aircraft landing gear on one side, so you can tip it over onto the landing gear, move it to an object that you want to pick up, grab it with the grabber on top, use the RCS thrusters and reaction wheels to set yourself upright. I think you can. Yeah, you can do that. And then take off and take it all back to Kerbal. What the heck? And no one's the wiser. Alright, so okay, the planetoid, I'm just gonna say planet, let's face it, infallible, did not rotate as much as I had expected. So, let's move this way. We're gonna be burning a lot of fuel here. And we can try using the probe core, KerbNet. Oops, that's the battery, isn't it? Isn't there a probe core on here? I thought there was. That's a reaction wheel. Where's that probe core? Bar. I'm gonna crash while I'm trying to figure this out. That's the battery, right? So, do I not have a... There it is. That'll be behind the... Yeah, hopefully that you can still read that. Let's make sure I'm not crashing. Not crash. Wow. And we need to turn it around a little bit. What was that? Oh, we have gone way past it. Alright, let's just set for retro. pit to the top. So it should be, let's widen that. Set to auto refresh. I think I'll actually put it down here. I'm not too worried about our delta V remaining at this point. Back up a little bit. Couldn't have made that left turn at Albuquerque. Oh my, we are way off. I may have been paying attention to the wrong thing at the wrong time. Did I mention something about low thrust earlier? Roblox. I'm afraid to get Roblox because the last computer that we put that on just got full of malware. So I don't trust Roblox. You know, and it might be the creators that make the maps too that are doing stuff. Nefarious stuff. Oh, we're coming in pretty fast. We might die. Yeah, we're gonna die. Should help. Yeah, that's helping. Except we got a mountain coming towards us. So this is what it feels like to be in Game of Thrones. Are we gonna live? I think so. Yeah, we're down to losing 10 meters per second, and that's gonna change shortly to a positive. Okay, we are ascending, but we're going the wrong way by a lot. We need to be going south, and at this point, a little bit east. And by the time that we get our vector corrected, it'll probably be more east. Yeah, we are ascending a lot faster than I had intended. So many things to keep track of. This game is hard. And we're under 3,000 on our remaining delta V. Ooh. The retro marker is moving away. Looks like we're making a U-turn. There, okay, we're starting to go the other direction. It's very exciting. It's like, oh man, did you see the way that ice melted? Okay. And I can orient a little bit more towards, oh good, our prograde marker is moving towards the navigation marker. Alright, let's adjust accordingly. And we can lose this for now. And, oh, we're descending a little bit faster than I'd like. Let's see what our trajectory looks like. Oh, we need some more. We need some more oomph. If I may quote Gene Kerman. Oh no, that was Werner Kerman, wasn't it? Yeah. Way back in the tutorials. I've thought about playing through those again. That or the scenarios. The scenarios might be good. Or maybe even some of the mission packs. I'm a little bit more worried about some of the mission packs because they're more historical in nature. We are descending. boosts us up. Trajectory look like? Looks like we do need to go a little bit more east. Not a lot. Remember what happened last time. Wait, my wife hates what? Kerbal or Roblox? Alright, LTD, thanks for coming. Hit? I don't think we're gonna hit. But we can probably cut. Maybe we can cut engine? Yeah, maybe just a little bit more engine. Probably too much engine. Alright. Oh, we're going pretty fast. Or that, or... Oh, we're really low. That's the problem. Are we gonna hit anything? Maybe? Are we gonna hit this mountain? Okay, if we don't hit the mountain, we should be okay. I think. Except when we go to slow down, we're gonna have to add more radial out so that we don't impact. Cockpit on top. Oops. Had the cockpit on top. Alright, how close are we? We're there. Anyone see a, I see a, there we go. That's it right there. We're passing it. That look like it, right? Yeah, there's a shadow and everything. But it's, oh, there it is. Bing! So now we have 2 waypoints. Oops, I need to get this up here. So we don't go... And what's our suicide burn? Yeah, that's a little... Still getting smaller, pretty much. Looks like we found another monolith. And if we don't crash, I think we, yeah, we've got enough fuel. We might even have enough fuel to get back to the refueler. Right on top of that little plateau. So it should be a nice landing. Alright, speed coming down. Retrograde is below the horizon, which should mean that I don't know what that means. Point right at it. Looks like we're drifting to the left. To port, if you prefer. I don't think that's planetary rotation. Alright, our velocity's going up again. As long as it took us to get here. So this is the one we're going to. We need to get at least that much arch in our trajectory. We're going to be a little too far to starboard now. About right. We're going to be too far that way. Oh, this is how you waste fuel, ladies and gentlemen. Just like this. Alright, let's set up for retro. Well, it's down. Well, I'm going the wrong way. So my marker went to the wrong spot. I blame the user. Suicide burn. It looks like there's also something down here. And a spot on my screen down here. And it doesn't look like we're gonna die. So we've got SAS on retrograde, and I'm trying to use the D key to move us in that direction. Oh, whoa, whoa, radial out, radial out. Cut the engines. Yeah, see, it looks like there's something down there too. Maybe that's just the shadow from up here in a weird kind of glitchy situation. All right, let's not fall yet. We've got to get up the hill. We don't need quite that much engine. Throttle. And we need to come back this way a little bit. And I'm using radial out to try to keep us upright. And then I fight it with the controls. We're still ascending. We don't need to ascend that much. And it tilts down. Let's see what that gets us. A little more throttle. Looks like we still need to go this way a bit more. Looks like we're going to need a little bit more throttle too. Or a lot. Looks like we're going roughly this direction. Switch to retro and full burn, and hopefully we won't die. No, I think we need a little more radial out. Which way is up? Oh, this side. So we need this way. And then once our needle up here comes down, we can switch back to retro, and then our butt will be pointing in the direction we're going. Alright, radial out, because we do want to move a little bit more in this direction. Alright, nice and slow. There's the cockpit. We're going up again. Down. Let's get a little bit closer. Kill it, and then once we start coming down again, we'll go to retro. Full burn, X, throttle up. Ooh, we're coming down harder than I wanted. Let's get a little bit closer, because it's, you know, why not? Oh, we hit it. But we're so close that the lights are making it hard to see. If we get it at just the right angle, we can make out the squad. And I think... I'm trying to move my head. It never works. Yeah, it looks like this down here is probably the shadow. Although our shadow's not there. I don't... well, we're so close, I can't tell. Alright, now, can we move without crashing? Oops, that's the wrong way. Cut the engines. All right. What do we have here? We've got a beautiful screenshot, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you saw it here eventually. And that is how you collide with things in space. Whew. And if I don't hurry, I'm going to be late for work. So we're going to have a quick, awkward goodbye phase. Can opener. All right. Oh, have we been doing science this whole time? We're already up to 267. We've got a bunch of experiments that we haven't even opened yet in here. Man, if I hadn't already completed the tech tree, we could milk the mun for a lot. All right. Glad you guys could show up. I'm glad I could show up. It's always more fun when you're here. We'll have to see you next time, because I gots to go. Thanks again. Oh, by the way, there's things to click on. You know what to do if you're so inclined.